Hey there everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Puborama, and in today's video I'll be talking about the new McKenzie Hangar in Grand Theft Auto Online. There's obviously a lot of content out there, but today's is specifically focusing on how much money you can earn, how fast you can earn that money, the easiest way to complete each of the missions, tips and tricks on your way through, and whether or not, as a money grinder who has earned hundreds of millions of dollars, over $1 billion at this point, how you can make the most money with this business. So with that being said, we're going to get straight into it, starting off with the first mission. This one is actually really simple. You're going to climb up a mountain with a motorcycle. You do have to be a little careful. There's little cougars that will come up on the mountain and try to kill you. You have to be a little careful about that. I actually died the first time doing this, but on my second run through it wasn't much of a problem. So you're going to destroy the support beams with an explosive device, and the little radar tower is going to fall down the mountain. After that, you are going to drive your motorcycle down the mountain to the streamer 216. We can see the streamer right there in front of me. After this, all you're going to do is you're going to shoot the streamer with a gun, as you're going to see here, and damaging the streamer is going to drop little crates. That's really as simple as it is. You're going to destroy all of those parts until it just drops 4 crates. After that, you're simply going to drive your motorcycle to the location, and done. That's it. The first mission is complete. It's going to go through like a little cutscene here, but that's it. You're going to make $7,500 for completing this first mission. That was very quick. As you can see, it took 3 minutes in total for me to do the first mission. That one I had no troubles with whatsoever. This next mission really annoyed me. What you have to do is you have to make your way over to the moguls, and you have to steal them. So the best way to do this is taking the plane that spawns in front of you. It's going to be by far the fastest way there. And then all you're going to do is fly to the location and then just land your plane right near the enemy base. As we can see, super easy thing to do. No troubles here whatsoever. After this, you're going to hop into a mogul. You don't even need to kill anybody. You're going to see, making my way to the enemies here, I was thinking about, how do I want to do this? So I was getting my snacks out, and I was like, okay, I got a bunch of snacks. But really, all you have to do is make your way right over to the mogul, kill the one person here just in case, because you never know if he's going to kill you or not. So you can see I take out that guy, and then I just hop into the mogul. That's it. I mean, not much effort required. Obviously, when you get into the plane, everything's going to see you and start shooting at you, but that's where you just go to health and ammo, you pull out your snacks, and really no problems here occur. So it's not that big of an issue, and this is exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to optional objectives. You will notice that there was a second mogul there, and this one's called Silver Mogul Health. So the game wants you, or gives you the option, to grab 2 moguls instead of 1, and then you can deliver both back. And if you do all of these optional objectives, you will earn more money when it comes to the finale. So that is something that if you want to test out for yourself, you can. But as a solo player, I'm not going to spend another 10 minutes on each mission, flying back, grabbing another plane, and repeating the same thing over and over. Now, this is actually a really annoying mission because you can see that you have to dodge like 8 billion homing missiles, especially if you're solo. Your plane is health. You can see right next to me there, you have a health bar. And yeah, it drains pretty quick. You have to be very cautious about that health bar going down as you're completing these missions. So be a little bit cautious there. Once you make it to the destination, do not land the plane. I beg of you, do not land the plane. See, this was my first, well actually this isn't my first run through, this is my second run through here, and I landed the plane just like I did the first time, and I was like, okay, I've completed the mission, no problem. We can see that Oscar is, shooting at these planes with his rockets and destroys them. Well, here's what happens, right? I'm chilling here, walk out of my plane, and just wait for it, Yep, there you go. Yep, there you go. I have no words. This time, as we can see, instead of landing the plane like a doofus, I just flew around the white circle and waited for the Eberhard jets to get destroyed. And by the way, you don't even need to land the plane. You actually have to just continue flying it anyway. I thought the game originally wanted me to obviously land the plane because that was it. I had to land it there, we kept it, and moved on. But no, there's actually a second part to this mission. After grabbing the mogul, you are then going to fly around different areas, and you're going to use the bombs to destroy the outpost. This is actually a little annoying because, as you can see, once again, on my second run through here, the plane doesn't have much health left. It only has, like, as we can see, I don't know, 5%, 10% health left. And that is a bit of a problem because when you're trying to destroy these bases, helicopters will shoot at you. I didn't have much of an issue with these helicopters. They didn't really deal any damage to me, but yeah, make sure that if your plane's really low in health, you're pretty careful around flying these helicopters because, if they get a couple bad shots on you, it might be the end of your plane, and then you're going to be really mad and have to restart this mission. Honestly, I didn't find this mission to be too hard, and it wasn't too time-consuming either. Overall, it took me like 8 minutes to do the whole mission. Destroying these bases was really easy. I didn't miss a single one. You just fly over them, boom, you destroy it, and then you move on to the next one. There we go. We got another one here. Fly over it, boom, and I actually managed to destroy a helicopter there too because it flew under me. Tough luck, but yeah, destroying the base is really easy. As I said, it took about 8 minutes as we can see. This was a pretty easy mission. Then, after doing all of this, you are able to finally land your plane at the hangar and move on to the next setup. This one, not too bad. I definitely think a second time run through or a third time run through, you'll be able to complete this probably in around maybe 6 minutes. I mean, you really can't complete it that fast because it's only as fast as the plane goes. So I did it pretty efficiently here. That's about as fast as you're going to be able to do it. It's a lame one, I'm not going to lie. These missions are pretty boring. I still think they're very beginner friendly. So now we arrive to the setup intel. And this setup is really, really annoying. In fact, this is probably my least favorite of the bunch. So what you're going to do is you're going to drive over to the drone station. You have to call in your personal vehicle unless you want to use a dune buggy, which the game spawns you, but I'm not doing that. So you're going to make your way over to the location the game tells you. You're going to enter the area, and then you're going to hop inside of what looks to be the inside of an MOC. Doing this is going to bring up 4 different drone stations. And what you're going to do with these drones is you're going to fly over to the Merryweather Outpost, or as they call it, the Eberhard base, and you're going to destroy the 4, or not destroy, but you're going to steal data from 4 different terminals. So you're going to see that if I fly over to this terminal here, I'm just going to stare at it, and you're going to notice that right next to my face cam, the hacking bar goes up. You don't need to press anything, you just fly in front of it, the hacking bar goes up. It's very, very easy to do this, and I actually did destroy the drone accidentally because I didn't realize you could shoot guns. I wasn't really paying attention, but you can see very easily you can kill whoever it is that's a threat, and then you just make your way to the next server, and you do it again and again and again. This first part is really easy and should not require any effort. You can see once I figured out how to use the guns and, you know, got pretty good with flying the drone, it took me like 2 minutes to make my way through that part. No problem whatsoever. After getting the signal jammers done, the game is going to prompt you to drive over towards the Eberhard diving location. And this is where it gets a little annoying. You can see it says, go to the shipwreck. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go directly over to the shipwreck. I hate, and I think a lot of you will agree, we all hate diving missions. They suck. Well, you'll never guess what the game wants us to do. It wants you to grab some diving equipment, and it wants you to start swimming. Yep, it wants you to go down and down and down. Oh my god, this mission took me forever. It probably took me 15 minutes to do this mission. And sure, once you learn the locations, it's probably not going to be terrible. Maybe it'll take you 5 minutes of diving, but oh my god. Why does Rockstar insist on making these diving missions so incredibly cringe? Also, see those sharks over there? Yeah, you're going to see later they actually attack you if you swim too close to them. I wanted to test it myself, and yes, they do attack you. Thankfully, they don't instantly kill you. They only do like 10-20% of your health. It's not that big of a deal, but it's still very annoying. So basically what we have to do here is we have to swim around and look for little briefcases, which some of them, I should mention, are in incredibly stupid locations. It pings on the map. We can see here this first one's pinged. Where is it? Yep, don't worry, guys. Just gotta swim a little bit. There it is. Oh, yeah, that's easy to find. Don't worry, 3 more to go. I literally swam and swam and swam. These are 30-second jumps here. Yep, yep. Still. Oh, there you go. We found a second briefcase. Just swimming all over, looking for areas. Yep, still swimming. Oh, I found a third one. Okay, getting killed by a shark. We gotta scroll back. So the last 2 briefcases that I couldn't find were actually next to these little shipping containers, which at least is nice. It means that in the future, you'll know that 2 briefcases spawn next to shipping containers, and then the other 2 are just in random locations. You're gonna have to swim around and remember where they are. In total, that literally took me like 15 minutes to do. That was so incredibly cringe. I hated that. So swimming up, you can see that there's sharks. There's a shark here, and oh, yep, there you go. There's a shark. So you have to repeatedly spam the O button, or if you're on an Xbox remote, the B button to not get murdered by a shark, and then it'll swim away. You can see it doesn't do much damage to you. What's kind of annoying, though, is when you're swimming up, you don't even see the sharks. Like, you can see here, I'm swimming up. Oh, and there you go. Shark just instantly hits me. It's really annoying. It's not that big of a deal, but, like, you can't even see the sharks half the time. You're just swimming and swimming and swimming. No problem whatsoever. And then boom, a shark. Like, bro, why did they have to make a diving mission? If they didn't add this mission, I would have been so much more positive on the overall outlook of this business. But, bro, so incredibly annoying. After making your way to the surface, you're going to head over to the vehicle that you used to get there. By the way, you can't use any weaponized vehicles or your Sparrow when doing these setups, so you have to use just a normal car. After that, you're going to make your way over to your vehicle, and you are going to get over to the McKenzie Hangar. That is the next mission complete, mission number 3. It's not a hard mission. It's just a really annoying one. I think once you learn the locations of all the areas, it won't be too bad. It'll probably take you 10 minutes to do it. But still, the fact that you have to do the drones, and then you have to go diving, you have to get all 4 of the briefcases, and then drive all the way back. Why? Why did we have to add this one, Rockstar? Like, if this single mission was changed for a normal land mission that took 10 minutes, it would not have been nearly as painful. But for some reason, diving missions just suck. Nobody wants them. But at least they added sharks, that way you can get eaten. Oh, man. Also, make sure you grab the diving equipment, because if you don't, you're really going to regret it. Either way, pretty boring mission. Now we will move up to mission number 4, which is the Iron Mule. This is where we are going to steal the new helicopter. Now, by the way, I should mention one of the major reasons why you'll probably want to do these missions is because you get the trade price discount for the Titan 250D and as well the Iron Mule. Getting both of those trade discounts are going to save you alone like 3 million, which is already a lot more than it cost to buy the hangar. So I definitely recommend to purchase the hangar and do just at least one run through. It's only going to take you like an hour because you're going to save $3 million in that hour of work. Definitely worth it. And you'll make $500,000. So with that being said, now we arrive to the next mission. This one we're going to head over to the weapon testing site, which is, as you can see, I think this is the Redwood Racetrack. Setting over to the racetrack here, it's pretty basic. All you're going to do is go to these little green blips on the map. And you're going to just place the signal tracker here. Now, it was kind of being buggy for me at this first location I found. It was telling me to press right on the D-pad, and I was, and then it just wasn't letting me do it. But you shouldn't even have to worry about killing these guys. It really is a very, very basic thing. So you just run up to this little blip on the map, and then I kept pressing it. I kept pressing plant jammer, and it wouldn't let me do it. And I think it was just because of the way I was facing, so I moved a little bit further off in the distance, and you can see I planted the jammer. So you just have to go around the different locations. You can see I've already done 2 of them in 30 seconds here. You're going to go to the next one, you're going to plant that one, and then you can see I drive over to the final one here. I don't even bother killing anybody. I just run over to the jammer location, I plant it, and that's as simple as it is. You'll notice there is an Insurgent pickup custom driving around. It's right in front of me over there. And if you actually steal that Insurgent pickup custom, you can pick it up with the Iron Mule, bring it back over to the Merryweather base, or back over to the airfield, and you'll get a little bit of extra money when doing the final mission, which I guess is something nice. But as we can see, that's driving around. What you have to do now is basically the Dr. Dre VIP mission, where you have to destroy everything and increase the scared level. So we can see backup Iron Mule's level here, and it's like super low. And you're going to see when I destroy the helicopters, of course, this shot just goes right through the helicopter. Gotta love the railgun sometimes. But when you destroy the helicopter, you can see that bar goes up. So I spend like the next, minute or 2 destroying these helicopters, destroying them as they spawn, until finally the DH-7 Iron Mules start to spawn in. So once these helicopters spawn in and they start to land, what you're going to do is you're going to activate the signal jammers. It's going to cause the helicopters to land, and then you just get in one of the helicopters. This is another optional objective. The game wants you to steal all 4 of these helicopters. Doesn't that sound exciting? It reminds me of the setup for the Doomsday Heist, where you have to grab all 4 Deluxos. I don't care enough to go back and forth and grab each helicopter. Maybe if you're playing with 4 people, it's worth it, but do not do this if you're a solo player. And what you're going to see is I come back here and I grab the Insurgent, and then I bring the Insurgent with me over to the area. And I was like, yeah, the game probably wants me to do that. So indeed, you're going to see if I scroll back a teeny bit, it says Insurgent pickup custom has been delivered, DH-7 Iron Mule has been delivered. So yes, delivering the Insurgent is an optional objective. It's a very easy one to do, and I definitely recommend to do it, because you will get a little bit of extra cash for completing that optional objective. This is definitely my favorite of the missions. It's quick, it's easy, did not require much effort. And it only took me like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, not even 10. It was like 6 minutes to do this one. So really no problems there. I had no issues with this mission, and just like that, it's already completed. So then we move on to the next one. This one as well was pretty easy, to be entirely honest. All you're going to do is hop into the back of the Velium, and Oscar is going to fly you to a location. As you're going to see, he flies away, goes through a bit of a cutscene, and then whoosh, just like that, you are now fast traveled over towards LSIA. So you're going to parachute out of the plane, and the game's going to want you to hop right into the DH-7 Iron Mule. At least it's nice the game kind of added a fast travel method. I hate when you have to drive across the map and they don't let you call in a personal aircraft or something, and maybe Rockstar was like, yeah, you know what, that sucks. So they actually gave us a fast travel way to get across the map, and just like that now, we are over here, and boom, we're able to hop right into the DH-7 Iron Mule. So there you go. After hopping into the Iron Mule, you're going to fly over to the cargo ships, and what you're going to do is you're going to steal the container with the green arrow coming out of it. Be a little careful though, because the helicopter's hook will literally grab multiple containers, and you're going to see that while I'm landing here, I accidentally grab another container that's above that container while trying to land. You can see that here. It just like slightly taps that container. I don't want this container, so I just throw that off in the distance over there. And then, yes, I want to grab this little green container right here, and I think I got it. Yeah, there you go. So after grabbing that container, that's it. There's some other optional objectives. You can see that you can grab an upgrade for the Mogul. You can grab more armor. It'll actually pop up there. So you got a heavy armor, weapon crate, and a Mogul upgrade. I don't care about any of those things. I'm just going to skip that. I'm going to fly right over to the truck. Now, originally, my Ooga Booga brain thought that I had to land this container on the truck and have, like, a perfect landing, but no. It actually turns out you just have to drop the equipment anywhere in the circle, and that will count. So I was really worried there for a moment, and I was like, wait a sec. Doesn't really matter where I drop it, does it? So I just dropped it right here, as you're going to see, and boom, done. So no problem whatsoever. Ammunition done. Next mission completed. Super easy. No issues there whatsoever. You notice that there's still quite a bit of time left here. That's because of the two final things. We have the actual finale. We're at the finale already. You can see that here. We have the Titan job. So it's actually pretty quick to do all these. If you actually shave down time and you do these perfectly, I think you could shave down a good 10 minutes. We'd be at about 37 minutes right now. This final mission, I actually don't think I could have shaved that much time down. What you have to do is you have to hop into the Mogul and then take down the Titan 250D. Now, the weapon upgrade probably would make this quicker, but I really don't think it would make it that much faster. So as we can see, the Titan 250D is in front of me here. And what you have to do is you have to shoot the Titan. And while you're shooting it, you also have to make sure that the Mogul does not get destroyed. I'm going to be honest, the Mogul has an insane amount of health, and really the only thing you have to worry about are the missiles that are going to fly at you. But apart from that, I mean, there's really not much you have to worry about. I want you to look at how slow that health bar goes down on the Titan. Look at this. I'm skipping ahead 30 seconds a pop here. Now, these are the missiles I'm talking about. These missiles here are going to come in towards you, and they will try and hit your Mogul, and they will deal like 10% of the HP. You got to be a little careful there. They're pretty easy to hit. You can see another missile spawns here, and yeah, that missile, there it is. So you're going to have to shoot at these missiles. It's not hard to destroy them. You just got to shoot right at the front of them, and as we can see, shooting, 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 and come on, come on. There you go. Destroy the missile. So not too big of a deal. But destroying the Titan is really annoying. I mean, look at this. 30 seconds, 30 seconds. 30 seconds, 30 seconds. There you go. Finally, after destroying the one engine on the Titan 250D after about 5 minutes, we were able to make our way through. You can see we're now 53 minutes on the clock, and it was like 47 before. So it takes a bit of time. It's not that big of a deal, though. Once the Titan lands, you are then going to parachute out of the Mogul, and you're going to land near the plane, as we can see right here. So doing this, you then are able to repair the engine. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I sucked at this repair. I normally play with an Xbox remote. This is what I normally use for my PC. And yeah, that's just how I am as a player. So I'm used to Y, X, A, and B. Like, if you told me to press B, boom, Y, boom, 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 boom. But I'm not used to the PlayStation buttons. So I messed this up so many times, over and over and over. It didn't, like, it only set me back at maybe a minute of work. But yeah, make sure that you're paying attention to what buttons you're pressing, because my brain was kind of dying here, as you can see. But after about 30 seconds, I made my way through. Not too hard. Honestly, you don't even need to worry about bleeding health here. I had to exit off once, grab a little bit of snacks. No problem. Very easy. After repairing the engine, you have to wait for the DH-7 to drop ammunition. So you can see that here, the DH-7 is flying above me. I'm just making sure I kill these guys, and it's pretty uneventful. There you go. The weapons drop. They're going to drop like massive, I don't know, 60 millimeter shells. I don't know how big the shells are, but you're going to see that I run over to the Titan, and then I'm going to start loading these shells into the plane, just like this. It's pretty boring, doesn't require much effort, and you just throw all them into the plane. Once you've done that, you can actually head into the Titan 250D, and you can take it off. After taking it off, we arrive to the final portion of the mission. This is where you're going to be able to hop into the 40mm cannon. I guess those were 40mm shells we were putting in. You're going to hop into the 40mm cannon, and you're going to hop around the map and destroy outposts. So as we can see, I got this first one here, and I have to destroy the mobile operation center. So I'm going to fly around. Here we go. And then I'm going to hop into the 40mm gun turret, and boom, easy. After destroying the truck, you're then going to make your way over to the submarine, and you're going to do the same thing once again. By the way, make sure you reload, because you can see I wasn't reloaded there, and then I had to wait a whole bunch of time. But yeah, you're going to do the same thing here. You're going to destroy the submarine. After destroying the sub, you're going to head over to the train, which is the last location. Destroying the train, pretty easy to do. You're just going to destroy it. As you're going to see here, we just hop into the gun seat. And you have to destroy each cargo compartment on the train, by the way. It's kind of annoying. So you have to destroy the first one here, boom, and then you got to go boom, 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 and destroy all of these. It's not that big of a deal, but you have to get through each one of those. And after doing that, you're finally going to fly the plane back over to the McKenzie Hangar. Doing this, you're going to go through a little bit of a cutscene, and that's it. You're done with everything. So in total, it took me 1 hour and 3 minutes on my first run-through. And my second run through took me about 50 minutes. I think if you do everything right and you learn all the locations for the diving and everything, you can do this in about 40 to 45 minutes. It's not terrible. It's about the same amount of time as the Cluck and Bell Farm Raid, but the only difference is that, you know, the Cluck and Bell Farm Raid is free and doesn't cost $1.5 million to purchase, but it's not bad. As you saw, you get in total a $500,000 payout. So there you go. We can see the optional objectives here. Set up Mogul, I only grabbed 1. Set up Iron Mule, I only grabbed 1 out of 4. Ammunition, I didn't grab any of the extra ammo. So I got a bonus reward of $5,000 because I grabbed the Insurgent. So I would assume that each one of these is an additional 5,000. So it'd be an additional 15,000, another 15 there, so 30. So in total, you maybe make $550,000 for getting all of the optional objectives. Is it worth it? No, I really don't think so. Just get the base $500,000 payment, move on. It's going to be a lot faster and a lot less effort completing all those optional objectives. Or you could just make your way, I don't know, to your CEO office building and do an export of $50,000 in 5 seconds, or go over to your bunker and do an excess weapons export and again make $50,000 in 3 minutes. It's not worth the effort. That's what I will say there. $500,000, not bad. Your first time completion, you will also make an additional $250,000. You're going to see that pop up in the top of my screen in a moment. So yeah, you get $250,000 bonus, which is quite nice. And not only that, but you also get an additional $100,000 for the weekly career progress. So in total, you get $850,000 for completing this first time. Pretty good, actually. Pretty good. For an hour, $850,000 is not a terrible payment. Now what we're doing is the second line of work. You can see here, I hopped onto the computer, and now after completing the Guzman files, you have request arms trafficking work. This actually sucked. I would never recommend to do this. What you have to do is you make your way around the map, and you have to go to the drop zone, so I had to climb up this mountain here. Climbing up the mountain. Yep, failing to climb up. There we go. Okay, so after climbing up, you have to wait for the smuggler plane to arrive. The smuggler plane is going to drop a crate, and then you're going to have to grab that crate. You can see me pick up the crate right here. So that plane's going to drop the crate right below me. I'm going to grab those weapons. After grabbing the weapons, you're then going to have to go all the way across the map, and you're going to have to make your way over to the buyers. All the way across the map. All the way across the map. Here we go. Making my way to the buyers. Here's buyer number 2. We have buyer number 3 right over here. Then you have to leave the area. All of that. It was like 12 minutes of work. I made $40,000, bruh. That's actually a joke. $40,000 for all of that work is not worth the time I put in. I would not recommend for you to do that. So in total, what do we have here? Well, the secondary wave earning money, which you just saw, terrible. So really the only wave making money is the Oscar Guzman Titan job, right? What do I think about the $500,000 payment for the time you put in and the missions themselves? Honestly, not very fun. I think really the only reason you'd want to get your hands on the McKenzie Hangar is the extra 20 slots of storage for your hangar. Apart from that, oh yeah, and the only other reason I'd recommend to buy the McKenzie Hangar is that you get the trade price discount on the DH7 Mule and the Titan 250D. Those two trade price discounts there, plus the $850,000 you get for your first run through, is worth it. It's definitely worth it for a first run through. But after that, these missions are not very fun. They are new. I will give Rockstar credit. They're new, but they weren't very fun. And it's only a $500,000 payout. Honestly, I think if it was $1 million or $850,000, I'd say it's really good. But the Cluck and Bell farm rate is easier, requires less effort, and in my opinion, is more fun. And not only that, you can do the Coyote Perico Heist or the Dr. Dre VIP contract. The Dr. Dre takes me an hour and 15 minutes, and I can earn $1 million. And this takes me about 40 to 50 minutes, and I can earn 500,000. It's not worth it. Like, that's the problem. So it's a cheap business, but you get what you pay for, right? I'm not saying it's bad. If you're a new player, I think it's a decent way of earning money. But again, just save up another $500,000 and you get your hands on a Kosatka. So in terms of earning money, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I really don't think this is that spectacular of a business. I really don't think there's much reason to buy it if you're already quite, wealthy. But let me know. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you'd like to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Let me know what you guys think. Bye-bye.